Good morning, Mob. I wonder if you could hear me. 1 second. Hello, Susie. Hello, Lena. Just want to make sure I have all the equipment I need. I knew I was missing something. Now you guys can really hear me. Oh, you can hear me. Great. Good morning. Well, at least good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be. Hello, Annie. How are you? Let's wait for a few more people to get in, and then we'll get to a few things that I want to go over with you guys. If any of you are down south, I hope you're staying safe. Robert. Yes, winter face will start in a few months, maybe. This is just much easier to deal with than the beard. Hold on, let me get comfortable. Oh, much better. Okay. Morning, Timothy. Welcome. Yeah, Robert, it's like, this is just remove everything and it's easy. It's low maintenance. Whereas the beard, I got to get fixed and trimmed, and it's too much work. So it's either that or go completely grizzly, and then I'll look like some wild man from the woods. So I decided to just go clean shaven for a while. Let me put a quick notice in the room so that people know we've started the event. The mob knows, because everyone gets a small notice, but sometimes it's better to. I don't know how long it lasts, so sometimes it's better just to kind of put a blanket, quick notice. Hopefully that should let everybody know. What woods? Central Park? There are plenty of woods in New York. Upstate New York, Catskills, a lot of woods in New York. I don't know, Robert. I haven't seen a recent picture of you, so I can't tell what you look like. But I know you had nice growth going there. So yeah, I've mastered time travel, Robert. That's basically it. My writing was pretty good this week. Funny, it's that Sheepdog. It's easy and hard at the same time. It's really interesting. So I've been reading some Barry Eisler and some Lee Child, kind of get me back into the swing of things. But it's a little harder than writing Monty and Strong. Good morning, Benna. Good morning, Crystal. So I got a lot of writing done. The art for Sheepdog is opening up on the 16th. So it's got to get done by then, because that's when I'm giving it to the art. Morning, Darren. Morning, Chris. When do I ever get out? When I go to London or Vegas. That's basically it. I was supposed to head out in a few weeks, but I won't be able to. So no FenCon this year either. So I have to limit the amount of travel that I can do. One, because the writing has to get done, and two, for I got to stay close to base right now. Screwing with your audio. Don't blow anything up, Chris. So let me, there's a bunch of you here, so let's start real quick. So the quote contest, no, we didn't forget. I know we said 5, but end up giving it to a little bit more than 5. So the quote contest is Stacy The ones who got the most votes. I had no vote in any of these. This is all from the pack. Stacy, Benna, RC, Jenny with an I. So hope you know who that is. Craig, PJ, Kim, Davina, and Cynthia. So I'll put the notice up in the mob. And if you are one of these people and you're hearing us now, let me know. You have to send me your address. So send it through a PM. And then I'll send you your prize, which is one of these. They're not challenge coins per se, but it says peaches on one side, and then it has the Vitruvian dragonfly on the other side. So it's pretty awesome, and they're heavy. As you can hear, they're solid coins. So they can be souvenirs or they can be weapons. Depends on your situation. But they're great coins to have. Let's see. Hello, darling. You're welcome back. Yeah, Stacy. Yeah, so a few things. Thank you, first of all. Reaping Wind is still, as I look at it right now, a #1 new release in metaphysical fiction. And we published it the 18th. It's going to go almost a full month. Well, it's a week shy of a month, still being at #1 in that category. And I think it's in the top 10 in 2 other categories. It's #7 in other metaphysical fiction. #11 in fairy tales, and #5 in metaphysical and visionary fiction. So, whoa. So that's due to you guys being awesome. So thank you. Welcome, Darren. Hello. Hello, Penny. Hi, Cynthia. You made it. Yay. Matthew Stewart, Thomas Wilson. Good morning. Great name. Hello, Leslie. So yeah, it's still #1. I see the orange sticker and I'm like, wow, maybe Amazon made a mistake and it's stuck there. But it's doing great, and that's all due to you guys. So thank you very much. And it has a bunch of reviews. So if you haven't done your reviews yet, please put your reviews in. Let me do the usual shout outs to Dolly, Ray, Ava, and Zoya. So that way I don't get in trouble with my Valkyries and my little one, who constantly beats me in private matches. He knows what I mean. Yeah, listen, if you have to go, Penny, please go. Dorian isn't very safe right now. Even though it's off the coast of the Carolinas, the wind and the storm surge is still pretty bad. So try to get safe as soon as you can. All right, don't stay home. If you have to go, please. Yeah, more sales. Listen, if I do well, that means more stories. And on that note, as I look at my book schedule, I'm going to be wrapping up a lot of stories at trilogies. So, like, let's see, anything that's not Monty and Strong or Monty and Strong related is going to get wrapped up at a trilogy, with the exception of Sepia Blue, which is 5 books. That has to get done. And I will eventually get to the Chronicles of the Modern Mystics, because that's an actual trilogy that isn't finished, and Blur is an actual trilogy. But anything that's not Monty and Strong, they need to be wrapped up so I can focus on the Monty and Strong world. Now, that being said, Gideon Shepherd is not Monty and Strong, but it's a straight thriller that I'm just trying out to see how it goes. I can tell you it's been an uphill slog a bit, because I'm so used to writing urban fantasy and using Handwavium. So there's none of that here, but the characters are fantastic, and so they make it worthwhile. More peaches, please. Yes, definitely more peaches. And so if it's related to Monty Strong, meaning Monty and Strong, obviously, Night Warden, of course, because it's in the same, anything that's in the Monty and Strong universe. Brew and Chew, Aftermath, jeez. There's so many that are part of Monty and Strong. Division 13, all those will be ongoing. But the other ones that aren't part of that world will be finished, I think, pretty much at trilogies. So like Huracan and Ren will be trilogy. The Dread Warlock. I don't know. I really like the Dread Warlock. It might be more than a trilogy, but I'm gonna keep it at a trilogy for now and see what happens. I'm trying to see what else we have. Yeah, Clandestine Adventures of the 10, which hasn't been written yet, will be ongoing, as will be the designers, which you got a little bit of a peek of the designers at the end of Reaping Wind. I won't spoil it for anyone, but if you know who Sid Rat is, then you'll understand why he's in the designers. Yeah, No Magic is hard, and I have to do a lot of weapons research, and fortunately I have my martial arts background, so the fighting is authentic, but I'm using, one of the characters uses karambits, and if you've never seen a karambit, if you've seen The Raid 2, the end of the movie, the kitchen scene, it's a knife that's about, I don't know, 7-8 inches long, not including the handle, but it's a curved blade, and the handle itself has a loop in it, and it's a lot of this, and it's really dangerous. I've used one. It's really dangerous. So Anvil, who is the second in command, she uses 2 karambits, and she's devastating. So I had to study that, how to actually use it, and how it's used as an offensive weapon. So things like that, and defensive as well. Let's see, Susie. Do I just make up bedtime stories, friends, families? Actually, I don't tell my kids stories. I read them stories, and I'm going to start reading them 2 yards and butterflies, because my son has read every book. He's 13. But the girls were too young when I started writing Tomb Yards. And I started Tomb Yards in 2016. So they were tiny. So now they're about old enough that they can understand it. Yeah. And yeah, so Susie, I'll read that to them, or I'll just find other books for like Narnia and Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is almost a mandatory. So yeah. Yeah, Leslie, I really like that story. So I'm going to actually do a trilogy and see where it goes from there. Yes, Stacy, because Cecilia and Rags and Peaches and Frank are part of the Brew and Chew crew, they get an ongoing story. So the next book is called The Brew and Chew, and the one after that is called Cold Girl. Am I going to do a backstory of the dude's uncle and Morgan? Yeah. Dex is going to get his own kind of series. First, he's going to have a little side story with Nana, because Nana's not dead, called Old Magic, because they're both really old, but also because they're both really old mages. And then he's going to kind of start a school. If you look around, it's been hinted at in several places. So he's going to start the Montague School of Battle Magic, and as the headmaster, and I think the Morgan is going to be one of the instructors or a dean, and so it'll be fun. I'm just trying to figure out from what perspective. I think it should be from Dex's perspective, but we'll see. Dread Warlock, yeah, Dread Warlock is really good, and because it's in space, the potential, there are no limits. It can really pretty much do everything, and it has magic. So that's a big plus for me. How they met. Yeah, Robert, I don't know if I'm going to do that right away, but definitely, eventually, sure. Because it's an interesting story how Dex and the Morgan meet and how they end up together. So that should be fun. And on that note, I'm getting a lot of mail about, I don't know if it's Davina going out there telling people, a lot of mail about the whole situation with Simon and Chi. It is what it is. It's going to be that way. I mean, I know she doesn't come across as likable, but I'm actually going to, there's something called a river novel, and I've mentioned it before. It's a book broken up into sections. So next year, beginning of next year, I'm going to write Blood Ascension, Blood Betrayal, and Blood Rule. And it's really the story of Michigo and how she became the leader of the Dark Council, and it explains a lot more, and then hopefully she won't come across as so standoffish. That's possible, Chris. It's just a matter of finding. Chris is saying that he heard a rumor about Uncle Dex and John Logson. It's possible, but it's a matter of finding the time. He's swamped. I'm swamped. I'm so swamped that I'm not going to be traveling anywhere except for maybe Vegas this year, and that's it, because it's just, there are a lot of issues, a lot of things happening, and that I really can't get into. But yeah, there's no other travel except for that. Yes, because of the name. But I'll, it's Leslie. I'm sorry. Every time I read decks, I think of Logsons. They're very different. But yeah, I can see why. Cynthia, yeah. The destructive is definitely in parentheses. That's why we're calling it battle magic, in parentheses, destructive magic. So yes, but that's also going to be in Aftermath, which is the Damned, and that's going to be a lot of fun. It's gotten to the point where I'm writing Sheepdog and I'm writing Aftermath at the same time. So you guys might get two arcs back to back really quick. And then I got to jump into Dragon's Impasse. So, hello, Dana. Hello, Cecilia. How are you? Yes, the Morrigan as a teacher, Susie. I'm thinking of these favorite chemistry terror teachers. Yes. I don't think she needs to do much to be scary, the Morrigan. So we'll see. But I think it'd be great to have her as a dean or something, not just a teacher, but as a dean, so she can substitute. I thought it was really well done. I got a lot of mixed responses with the conversation, Jethro, between Chi and Simon at the end of Reaping Wind. And I get it. A lot of people feel that Simon's being manipulated and that Chi comes across kind of a shrew. What is it? What's this? I saw a few comments. A shrew. Yeah, shrew is the word. And she's manipulative and she did things against his consent. I get the. Here's the thing. First of all, I don't take reviews personally. I love when you guys leave reviews. Once I publish a book, it's yours. As well as it is mine, it's yours. It's your opinion, it's your feelings, it's your thoughts. I try to listen to the reviews because, when it looked like Peaches bit the dust, I got hate mail, not just reviews. And so, hello, Faith. I listen to, first and foremost, I listen to the mob, which is why I run so many ideas by you guys first. When people write reviews, I get it. It's their opinion. Everyone has one. And so sometimes readers don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So you get to read the book, you read the story, and it's going to create some kind of impression or some kind of reaction. But you don't really know what's happening behind the scenes. So it does seem like she's doing things that kind of come across as, wow, she's really messed up. Over time, as Simon grows, things will change. And the other thing that I noticed is somebody said, the conversation between Simon and Peaches should be maturing. No, Peaches is a puppy. And his main focus is, I'm going to eat. I want to eat. If you own a dog, you know exactly what I'm talking about. His main focus